years of build-up. Get on the court, he's already there. At one point, you start guarding each other with Wemby. Just what was that? What was that moment like?
It's just remind me how I'm the oldest French now in the NBA. No, it was cool to finally see him in the NBA court live, play against him. I think my son was more excited than me. He was wearing his jersey. He loves Wemby. That's cool, no. That's okay. But no, that's cool now to just share a call with him. You can see he's gonna be fine. He's just gonna have up and down. We play a great game, we had a great game plan, to stop him and the Spurs, so it was good for us. But no, it was just a cool moment just to share the call with him.
Do you feel sort of a responsibility as the oldest French player, a guy who I'm guessing was mentored by older French players in the league, to be that sort of guy for the Musas,
yeah.
Wembys,
This what it is for us. When I got there, all the vets called me, took me under their wings, give me advice. And since then, we're trying to do that also with the new generation. We try to pass the torch every time a new guy coming in. And he's going to do that in 10 years to the new guys coming as well. So, we have a chance to have so many French kids coming in pretty much in every draft. So we just try to keep going and make sure every guy who's going to come in the league are successful.
You were one of the few guys I've seen that was able to block one of his lobs. The timing and everything defensively with him was so good. Is there any extra you just were able to because you've seen him so much and you know him, you knew kind of where he wanted to be on the court, where he likes the ball?
No, I think just anticipation. It's not really about him, just the plays. You could see the roll was coming. I don't know why I did that though, to be honest. Almost 35 years old and I tried to block a shot. I did it. I don't think it's gonna happen with often, so at least I did it once, so I can say that. But I don't know, it was just anticipation during the game.
Any part of you have to, just super proud, given that he was on your team a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward now, you're playing against him. He's the most hyped phenom in 20. It's just Laurent.
Just as a French, it's good to have a guy who come from your country, be like that phenom. So, it's gonna be the next 15 plus years gonna be insane for him. So just glad. I got to know him way before that, and to play against him for a little bit is great. So because I know in a couple of years he might be insane to guard, or just to watch him play is gonna be insane. So if everything stay online, injuries and everything can be great. So not just happy for him, proud as a French, as a fan, pretty happy for him.
Nico, what's your perspective on what's different about this team from a mindset perspective? You guys are practicing in the middle of 3 and 4. You guys came off of that Friday night game, a really tough game with the result and how it went overall, and y'all responded. Do you feel like you were at this place this time a year ago?
Not really. I think we're more locked in. I don't say we were not last year, but I think the way we practice, as you said, we learned from Utah, we practice right away the next day. Played yesterday, we're still practicing today. And that means we locked in. We know, even if we had a great game, we still focus on the stuff we need to improve. That's what we're going to do today. We won by 40 yesterday, and we're still going to come in and videos and what can we do better for the next game, because tomorrow's going to be a good game against a good team. And the next 2 days, we had a back-to-back coming, so it'll be 2 big games. So we won those 2. So, this team, doesn't care about what happened the night before. What can we do to get better? It's going to be like this every day this year.
How does a team get ready for a back-to-back? You get to practice, you have 2 games. Do you take it just that front end and then worry about the next one in the morning of? Or is there going to be an element of we need to do these things to get ready for both of these games?
No, as today we need, yes and no. A little bit of both, but right now, of course, we want to get better for the next 2 games, but we really focus on the Magic right now. And then when we're going to be done with them, we're going to be focused on the Lakers the next day. But at the same time, we need to get better for facing these 2 teams as well. So it's a little bit of both.
So you were not surprised, or were you surprised that he called practice for today?
Not really. When you called practice after Utah, I was expecting to practice for today. Got pretty much we might be off Thursday after back-to-back, so I was expecting practice. But that's good. I mean, everybody's okay with it. Now we can like, oh, no, come on, we won by 40, we need a day off. No, it wasn't like this. Okay, let's do it. What time? That's it.
Nico, what's the benefit of starting a season with a guy like Russ compared to adding him when you guys did at the All-Star break and then seeing what he could do in the playoffs, but now knowing maybe what you might be able to do with a whole season with him?
I mean, it's totally different. Last year, we pretty much had no practice time at that time of the year. So to get new guys in, especially a guy who's your starting point guard, it's different. But when you went through all training camp, like the off season, like pretty much like playoff last year, the off season plus the training camp, Mason too is the same. With two guys, we a big key for us, especially your starting point guard. I mean, it's huge because now we really get to know him. We get through reps in practice. We went through like videos, we went through like stuff like this. So it's way better to start like that way. To have a training camp for you to do that is huge.
There's the ending of the Utah game, for example. It was a tough ending, but it's only game 2.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll pay dividends later in the season because of how that ended? Maybe how you think guys can think this is how we can do it differently, maybe?
For sure. I mean, we didn't lose the game on that play, but we made a great comeback, that's for sure. But say, wow, we put ourselves, in the hole, like, why we're down 14, why we're down 10, why we have to fight and find solution to play small ball, why we end up put ourselves in that situation. Late game situation, it is what it is, it's going to happen. But just wonder why we were in this position. Got to fix that first to avoid us to be in that position.
Last question. What's what are you guys looking at when it looks to like the offensive struggles of the bench unit so far? Like, is that just? I mean, you don't have obviously Terrence is now. You don't have like the unit you will probably play.
Mm-hmm.
But from what you have now, like, what stands out about what can be better to get more?
I know it's just we're gonna find like a good rhythm. When T-Man's gonna come back, like against Utah, at some point he left PG or Kawhi with us. So it's gonna find a way. I'm not worried about it. At least defense still there for us. We still making stars, but like Bones and Norm gonna be the guys. We know that, and what's gonna be the third guy? At some point, I told you T-Man's gonna come back. I hope so. But he's gonna come back soon. I mean, maybe going to be some point with Kawhi or PG with us, with me in May. So I'm not worried about that. We're gonna be okay.